Have you ever just stopped and watched a hummingbird? I mean, really watched one? These tiny, sparkling little marvels are so much more than just pretty visitors to our gardens. They are quite literally superpowered athletes living life at the absolute extreme. So today, we're going to dive deep into their incredible world.
And for so many of us, it really does start that simply, doesn't it? A friend gives you a feeder, you hang it up, and all of a sudden, your world just changes. Your quiet backyard, it transforms into this stage for the most amazing aerial drama you've ever seen. It's such a simple joy, just sitting there, watching them feed, and of course, watching them fight. Even the great David Attenborough gets it. He calls them spectacular and acrobatic, and you can totally see why. I mean, they can hover, they can fly backwards, they can fly upside down, they move in ways that just seem to defy physics. So what is it? What exactly makes these tiny birds so incredibly special? Well, let's find out.
Okay, so to really understand them, you have to know that the hummingbird family is, well, it's a world of breathtaking extremes. It's absolutely packed with some of the most unique and truly dazzling designs in the entire animal kingdom.
Just look at the scale of difference here. It's amazing. On one end of the spectrum, you've got the bee hummingbird from Cuba. It's barely the size of your knuckle. It is the smallest bird in the world. And then on the other end, you have the giant hummingbird from the Andes, which can be 9 inches long with a wingspan to match. It's so big, it actually glides through the air.
And the variety, it's just stunning. I mean, take the marvelous spatula tail. It has these 2 long, totally independent tail feathers that it waves like flags to attract a mate. Or how about the sword-billed hummingbird, whose beak is actually longer than its own body? It's perfectly evolved to get nectar from those really long, tubular flowers. Each and every species is like a unique little work of art.
All told, there are roughly 360 different species of hummingbirds. And here's a really cool fact. Every single one of them, without exception, is found only in the Americas. This incredible diversity is all thanks to their unique biology, which lets them thrive in so many different places.
So how do they do it? How do they pull all this off? Well, this part is all about the science behind these tiny, superpowered athletes. Their survival, it turns out, depends on some of the most extreme biology on the entire planet.
For starters, they are unbelievably smart. A hummingbird's brain makes up a staggering 4.5% of its total body weight. Now, to put that in perspective, our human brains, they're only about 2%. And this isn't just some fun trivia fact. It's absolutely crucial to their survival.
See, all that brain power has a very specific job. Their memory center, the hippocampus, is 5 times larger relative to their brain size than it is in other birds. What does that mean? It means they can create a super detailed mental map of their territory, remembering every single flower and every single feeder. And yes, they absolutely remember the person who comes out every day to refill them.
But their abilities just keep getting more amazing. Some hummingbirds are epic long-distance travelers. I'm talking about the rufous hummingbird, which undertakes this astonishing 5,000-mile round-trip migration every single year. It goes all the way from Alaska down to Mexico and then all the way back again.
So how on earth do they navigate a journey that vast? Well, it's like they have a built-in GPS. They have tiny little magnetite crystals in their brains that are sensitive to the Earth's magnetic fields. They act as a sort of internal compass. This is what guides them along their ancient routes, and they also use visual landmarks to help. It's absolutely incredible to think about.
Now, the engine that powers these unbelievable journeys is their metabolism. It's the highest of any vertebrate on the planet. When they're flying, their heart can beat over 1,000 times a minute, and their wings can flap 80 times per second. It's so intense that to survive the night without eating, they have to go into a state of mini hibernation called torpor, where their heart rate can drop all the way down to just 36 beats per minute.
Think about the sheer energy that this lifestyle demands. To make the 20-hour, non-stop flight across the Gulf of Mexico, the ruby-throated hummingbird has to eat 3 times its own body weight in nectar beforehand. To put that in perspective for us, that's like a 150-pound person eating 250 Big Macs.
Okay, so knowing just how hard these little birds work just to survive, how can we help them? Well, it's all about turning your own backyard into a 5-star resort just for them.
First things first, let's get the menu right. And the perfect homemade nectar is so simple. 1 part plain white cane sugar to 4 parts water. That's it. Just boil the water to dissolve the sugar, let it cool completely, and you're good to go. And please, I can't say this enough, never use red dye.
The birds are attracted to the red color on the feeder itself, not the liquid, and that dye can actually be harmful to them.
Next up, let's talk about the feeder itself. When you're picking one out, I highly recommend the dish-style feeders. The reason is simple. They are so much easier to clean thoroughly, and this is critical for preventing the buildup of dangerous mold and bacteria. Those bottle-style feeders, on the other hand, can be really tricky to get clean and can become a serious health hazard for the birds we're trying to help.
But really, feeders are just fast food. If you want to create a truly 5-star experience, you want to plant a buffet for them. Hummingbirds are naturally drawn to those tube-shaped flowers, especially in shades of red, yellow, and orange. Things like aloes, penstemons, and Cape honeysuckle are just fantastic choices. They provide a constant, healthy food source, and a lot of them are drought-tolerant, which is a great bonus for our gardens.
And remember this, it's not all about sugar. A healthy hummingbird diet is actually about 60% protein. Now where do they get that? They get it by snatching tiny little spiders and insects right out of the air. That protein is absolutely crucial for their health and for feeding their young. And that's exactly why a healthy pesticide-free garden is so important for them.
All right, if you have a hummingbird feeder, you have definitely seen the drama. So let's talk about how to solve one of the most common problems: how to keep the peace at the buffet. It's the question everybody asks, right? Why are these tiny, beautiful little birds so aggressive with each other? You always see that one bird who just constantly chases all the others away from the feeder. What's that about?
Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's all about survival. They're not just being mean for the sake of it, they are fiercely territorial. In their world, a reliable food source is literally the difference between life and death, so they will defend it with everything they've got. It is a pure, unadulterated survival instinct.
So how do you stop all the fighting? Well, here are 3 really simple steps. First, just add more feeders to spread the resources out. When there's more to go around, there's a lot less to fight over. Second, and this is the real key, break their sight lines. Put another feeder on the other side of the house or maybe behind a bush so that one single bully bird can't see and guard all of them at once. And third, plant more flowers. This creates natural scattered food sources that everyone can share peacefully.
And why does any of this matter? Because your backyard, it isn't just a garden. For these tiny little migrants, it's a vital refueling station. It's a safe haven on an unbelievable journey that spans thousands of miles. What we do right in our own yards has a real, tangible impact.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What one small change could you make, maybe even today, in your own yard for these tiny marvels? Maybe it's just cleaning your feeder a little more often, or planting just one native flower, or maybe adding that second feeder on the other side of the house. Every little bit truly helps these acrobatic jewels on their incredible journey. Thanks for joining me.